What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cork to Glory. This is episode number 5. And we start today's episode off with a look at the league table as we officially close out November. As you can see, 1 point behind Bradford in first place right now as we sit in third. But we're only a few points away from 8th place. 7th, of course, 7th to 4th is the playoff places in League 2. So yeah, whilst we're only on my promotion places right now and only 1 point off the league leaders, there's still a lot of football to be played. We approach the halfway point. You see our fixtures here for December, and there's still plenty of teams that have a great chance of going up automatically this season. So as we enter December, you saw our fixtures there, including the FA Cup second round trip to Gretty Road to take on Cork Alexander in League 1. We have an academy update here. A couple of players show some decent potential, I'll be honest. I think Connor Donahue, 16 years old, I don't think his potential range is moving now from 77 to 85. As we know, over time, potential ranges do decrease, but I think his might well be set, so that's a really positive thing to see. And after a goalless draw against Barrow, saw us pick up just 2 points from a possible 9 in our last 3 games. We did change the position of Andrew Maguire, our left back. We've trained him to become a centre back now, just because he's not got much depth in the centre back position. He is 6'2". He's shot up our rating to 54, and yeah, we've got quite a lot of full backs here, but not many centre backs. I think Maguire will probably benefit from playing centre back in this team with the height he's got. So for the second game of today's episode, it would indeed be the big one, FA Cup second round against Cork Alexander, and of course the cup competition, the FA Cup this season. The board have said, I don't know why, reached around the 16. We've got no chance of doing that, but if we can make the third round, I'll be delighted, because in the third round, that's when all the Premier League teams get drawn into the hat for the ties. So I really want to get to the third round and possibly have the prospect of facing a big, Manchester City or Liverpool or Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, one of the big boys away from home. I'd absolutely love that in the third round if possible for the TV money, if you will, and the possible prize money as well. Big payday, big day out away of one of the big boys in the Premier League. So massive game here. We're the underdogs though against the League 1 side, of course, whilst they are struggling right now in the division above us. And unfortunately, early on into the game, in the first half, Connor Davis, our number 9, taken down and injured. Only 4 goals all season long, but forced off on the stretcher. I brought on Ewan Plant from the bench, the academy graduate who scored against Leeds in the cup, in the Carabao Cup that is. Brought him off the bench, he gave us the shock lead, and I was hanging on for dear life. 10 minutes to go, Crew do find their leveller through power, and I was gutted as well. What a big win this would have been, sending us through to the third round of the FA Cup. Unfortunately not, Crew do force a replay in 7 days time, and more bad news as well. Connor Davis' injury is a broken metatarsal, and he's going to be out for 2 months. So striker is probably the biggest area of concern for us, and now we're missing our only good one. Davis, he might have only had 4 goals all season long. We shipped him quite a few assists, so because of that, I'm going to train Ewan Plant as a striker. He started off as a midfielder, then we trained him to the wing, and now I'm going to train him as a striker, because I do believe that technically his best attribute is actually finishing. So maybe, just maybe, striker is actually his true calling. We'll train him there, and well, hopefully he'll be able to fill in for Davis, because now that Connor's down for 2 months, he's going to get the chances. I know he's one of the lowest rated players in the team at just 48 overall, but I'm going to give him the chance in the striker role. He's got the pace, and clearly, despite the poor technical stats, he can finish when given the chances. So I'll train him as a striker. It'll only take him 2 weeks, and we'll see if that does turn out to be his best position. But following out, we had a couple more scouting updates. I put 1 player in my academy from the Republic of Ireland. That's Joshua McCoy. He looks okay. And for our third game of today's episode, Carlisle United at Turner's Cross here. Big game here of Carlisle right now, pushing for an automatic promotion place, and taking him on here, falling him down a goal early on into the game, and oh my goodness gracious me, 7 minutes before the break, Leo Yates, 17 years old, it's time to go back to school. Absolutely done in there as Carlisle go 2 goals up in the first half, and right now we are really struggling. No wins in our last 4 in all competitions. 2-0 down at the break, needed a response, missing our number 9. Well, 11 minutes after the restart, Ewan Plant gets his second goal in 2 games. Half the deficit, gets us back in the match, but we still need another to force a leveller and claim a point here at Turner's Cross. And in the dying seconds, still down by a goal, Coleman rolls through Plant. He's got 1 man to beat, stops, turns, swivels, shoots, and what a finish by number 13 as well. Top bins, fantastic strike as we battle back from 2 goals down to claim a point against one of the informed teams in the division. And again, Striker? Ewan Plant, striker? I mean, because of his technical stats, really, we might as well play him anywhere. The only thing the guy's got is pace, but 3 goals in 2 games. He scored both there in our comeback. 2-2 the final score, and maybe, just maybe, he could turn out to be our best striker this season. Regardless, as you can see, after a really, really poor run, we have now dropped into the playoffs. Bolton and Bradford are the top 2 in the division right now. But again, it's so tight right now as Feeney changes from left back to right back here, as was the plan. It's so tight right now. We have now reached a halfway point in the season, and to be honest, because there are just so few points separating the teams in the playoffs, the teams in the top 3, and even the teams teetering on the edge of the playoffs, really, with half a season to go, it's still anyone's guess as to who's going to go up this season. Whether it's us automatically or via the playoffs, I'll still be satisfied with it, but after a poor run of form, no wins in our last 4 games, needed a return to winning ways, and what a game to get our first win after a poor winless run here. We take on Crewe in the replay of the FA Cup second round, beat them by a goal to 0. What a turn by Doyle as well for the goal. See, that was a sweet little swivel and a great little finish. And as we see the tournament prize money email here, we find out at FA Cup third round opponents where Cork City have got West Bromwich Albion away at Hawthorn. So we have got a Premier League team away from home, exactly what I wanted. But it was a little bit of a bittersweet moment because I was thinking, oh yes, we've got a Premier League team away, but it's one of the teams that are in the bottom 3 right now, so it's not going to be like a big payday and a big day out away at Old Trafford or Anfield or wherever. But still, I'll take it. I wanted a Premier League team away from home, and we've got them as well. It will lose, but hopefully we'll get some sort of money for prize money, match tickets, even though we are away from home, of course. And I know TV money is not actually in FIFA, but we'll just pretend it is. It's pretty cool. You've got the Premier League team away, which you wanted. And following that, as you could see, Barry Sharkey, I noticed in the team management screen, has now hit 60, so we can check Barry's potential, where the Shark, our number 3, has absolutely nothing. Oh god, I was gutted. I was absolutely gutted, but not one bit surprised. Yes, Barry Sharkey, our first youth player, hit 60 overall in the team. And I was gutted. 2 goals and 6 assists in 18 League 2 games this season. Up to 60 overall, stamina now 77. He's got the attacking wide back plan. He's developing so nice. He's been one of our best players in the team. Again, only 18 years old. And I was gutted. I was absolutely gutted. Again, it's not really a surprise. I mentioned it before, like, showing great potential would be like hitting the jackpot with Cork City. I mean, come on now. We've got a 1-star scout and a 3-star scout. It's unlikely we're going to pick up anyone noteworthy from our very first season with these caliber scouts. But it is a bit disappointing. I guess that the one saving grace to remember is that due to dynamic potential in FIFA now, if he continues to play at the level he's playing at right now, the form is great. Every single game he puts in a good shift. His morale is really good too. He's growing really quickly. There's no reason why he couldn't gain the showing great potential tag in years to come. As we know, players now, if they are playing really well over time, they can increase their potential. We saw, for example, in my QPR save, I think Charles started off exciting prospect. Then he had the potential to be special. So Barry could develop and become a player who's showing great potential in the future. If he keeps on getting the assists and a few goals here and there as well, there's no reason that couldn't be the case. And again, it was worth pointing out that showing great potential is, I believe, 81 to 85 overall. So he could still have, like, mid 70 potential, and that to me would be more than good enough for Cork City. But it is a bit disappointing, I will be honest. I was really hopeful for the showing great potential tag. Sadly not, but either way, who knows? Maybe in the future, due to the dynamic potential, he will pick up that tag as the seasons go by. Still, for our following game, Cambridge United here at home, where I don't know what to say about this goal here. We were leading by 3 goals to 0 and absolutely dominating. Ewan Plant scored again, and Sharkey got another assist, and now conceded 2 goals in the space of 3 in-game minutes, and the second goal came directly from my kickoff. Oh my word, that was horrible from Leo Yates. The second time in the episode I totally mucked up with him. Awful. I don't know what on earth I was doing there. He's definitely not showing great potential with that sort of footwork, but regardless, I changed Ewan Plant's position as well. The striker position got changed, so he grew a rating to 48 overall, so I think that probably is his best position now, clearly, with the goals he's been scoring. And I've given the poacher development plan as well. He's got a long way to go at 48 overall, but at the moment he's looking like our best striker, and he officially is after this goal here against Scunthorpe United away from home in our following game, put us a goal up. He's got more goals in this team than I think anyone else. Ewan Plant, 48 48 rated. Absolutely shocking technicals, only has the pace really, but gives us the 1-goal lead here with yet another one at the moment. He's on fire and simply can't scoring. Do you know what's not on fire though? The refereeing displays in League 2. I talked about it a couple episodes ago, the standard of refereeing is shocking. Answers on a postcard, how is this a penalty? Nico fuming, as was I. Is that, I mean, what is he getting penalised there for? What, getting too close to his man? I mean, yes, okay, I understand there was a little bit of off-the-ball contact, but come on now, if you're giving that, then I don't know what to say. The game's gone, basically. So, penalty for Scunthorpe, and unfortunately on this occasion, ball does lie. McNulty sent the wrong way as Jarvis makes it 1-1, and Scunthorpe back on level terms. Fuming, though, because that was never, ever a penalty. If that's a penalty, I'm dating Ariana Grande. So, it's 1-1, Scunthorpe back on level terms, undeservedly so, but a few minutes later, we would restore our lead. Ewan Plant, once again, looking the real deal right now, the Plant. Down left-hand side, rolls it across, and Byrne restores our lead, and deservedly so as well. With 60 minutes to go, still trailing by a goal, looking to rack the points up and get a 2-goal cushion. Well, let's just say this is revenge for what happened in the first half. I should have ran to see the referee there and shushed in his face. Nico penalised for the penalty in the first half. It was never a spot kick, but he gets the goal here, his first in a Cork City shirt, as our Finnish right back, hello, makes it 3-1. Is that even how you pronounce the surname? I don't know. It is now 3-1, and the points are in the bag there away from us. We've returned to winning ways after a really poor patch of form. Exactly what we needed as we close out the calendar year. And as you end today's episode as well, we released one of our youth players from our academy, Paul Gavin. We got 2 other goalkeepers in our academy that show better potential, and one of which is higher rated as well, so he can go. The helmet doesn't save him on this occasion, and as you can see, 21 games to go after a little bit of a better patch of form. We're back into the top 3 as we close out December. But that will end this episode of the Cork to Glory series, guys. A big thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, if you have done, please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode where the January transfer window officially opens, and we've got that FA Cup third round trip to the Hawthorns to face Premier League West Bromwich Albion against Big Sounds boys as well. Very soon.